Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going through the Degeneration X intro. Thank you for coming to another edition of Cutting with Kerns. I'm John. Been a few days since I've been on here. I had to be out of work yesterday. I seem to somehow have contracted pink eye from my youngest son, who appears to have a case of it. That or my allergies are just so bad that my eyes were, this eye got matted shut yesterday, so they told me to stay off work. We'll see how tonight goes. If I can, it's just been itchy. Could be allergies. I've been trying not to take too much antihistamines because it dries you out so bad and then your ears start hurting. Just the mess. But enough of my issues. Weather's kind of crappy out today, and it's supposed to be down to like 45 tomorrow, so yeah. So I figured I'd go with something that kind of took me to a little bit warmer place. Today we're going to go with Phoenix Artists and Accoutrements Meta Nectar. Damn this lighting, son of a bitch. Okay, so aftershave and soap, Meta Nectar. This is orange blossom, honey, and vanilla. So I don't get a whole hell of a lot of orange blossom out of it, but I smell orange. I obviously smell honey and vanilla, so it's a very pleasant scent. It smells like a springtime type scent, but this is part of PAA's permanent lineup, so apparently it had quite the cult following. They got kind of pissed when he took it off. So any which way, we're going to be using the Omega Boar Professional Brush, and today we'll use Stallion's Edge on a Gold $66. So, without further ado, I'm going to get the face wet and we'll start lathering up and get started here. So, take the cap off. My Black Rose from the Boston Scally Company. Might be one thing we might have to start doing is linking the hats in the description below. That way, if any of you are interested, you know where to find them. So, this stuff, obviously, it's in the CK6 formula. Makes up quite the creamy lather. No concern over slickness or performance with a straight razor. And for those of you who haven't watched recently, I've been really digging on this boar brush as I'm trying like hell to break it in. I had a super high density badger brush that I fought like hell with, and I could just never get the thing to release the lather. I probably could have if I jammed it to my face and scrubbed hard, at least for me, but I could not get it to work for the life of me. So I sent it out to a friend, kind of one of those surprises. He seemed blown away, so I was happy. But, that's something that, if you're not going to get use out of something, it'd be nice to recover some money here and there, but at the same time, pay it forward to somebody who you think might use it, because if they're going to get use out of it, regardless of whether or not you recover what you spent on it, you should be, at least I am. I'd be more apt to giving stuff away than I am to selling it, and don't ask me why. Money's king with me too, but for some reason or another, I seem to go soft on being hard about selling stuff. So, any which way. Alright, so I'll unblock the digits, and I'm going to get rolling here. I'm going to try going to work a little early tonight to try and make up just a little bit of the time so I don't burn through all my time off. But we'll see how things go. Alright, with the green. And I was trying some new DE blades the other day when I was shaving, and I'll just say a Gillette Nasset wasn't being too kind to my skin. So, at least not in my my slant razor, which has been kind of my go-to when I'm DE shaving. But yeah, it was a little bit rough on the skin, and maybe it was just, maybe I was in a hurry, I don't even remember. But I mean, I'm not going to blame the blade completely. I've got a box of them, so I'm going to keep trying them until I say absolutely not, or maybe, or yay. Let's just say they definitely don't have the Pope's blessing as of yet. So, now if I be real gentle over this chin, you can see some of the spots right in here where that razor, and I mean, I didn't even notice it at the time. I happened to notice it, see it, feel it once I put the aftershave on. It seemed like all of them just came to life. So, alright, good enough for that side. We'll switch hands. And I just about tripped thanks to Lord Nigel being at my feet. I didn't even realize you were sitting right there, you dork. Alright, right side. This is the pain in the butt side to try and line up. But we'll roll with it. For those of you who saw my video the other day and I had a new cap on, it was an olive green newsboy cap from the Hatman of Ireland company. My friend owns an Irish import store in town, and this is the first I'd seen him since the pandemic. So it'd been over a year. I mean, I've talked to him quite a bit on Facebook here and there, but it's the first time I actually got to see him. And he's like, hey, I think I got something you might like. Showed me the cap, and I didn't need to buy a cap that day, but I bought a cap that day. So yeah, I mean, but then again, two things. Number one, Hatman of Ireland is a mom and pop owned company out there in Ireland. Number two, I'm supporting small business at the same time, which is, you know, nice. As much as I love the Boston Scally company, their hats aren't made in Boston, and they're not made in the United States. So, I mean, that's where it becomes a little bit difficult. And I know, damn near everything we have in our homes could be attributed to China, Thailand, you know, wherever. But if I have a small opportunity where I know that I can support a small business and I know that it'll help a friend out at the same time, I'm going to do it. So, you know, that's just kind of my thing. I guess that's partially why I enjoy wet shaving so much, is most of these companies are mom and pop companies, so makes it a little bit easier. I'm going to put you on hold. I'm going to do the against the grain pass. Yeah, I'll bring you guys back for the against the grain pass. Alright, hang tight. Alrighty, we're back. I'm going to just unblock the digits, get the neck down here. Okay, I need to dip that just a bit more. This is all for getting a nice additional stretch, as well as keeping your fingers from being all slippery. The last thing you want is a really sharp razor in your hand and slippery fingers. Well, I mean, I'm sure it's not the last thing in the world you want, but it's definitely the last thing you want when you're shaving. So, alright, we're going to go against the grain. I think I got myself on a zit right there. Yep. Bump right there, and the razor definitely removed it. You can see the... It's one of those instances where maybe being too deliberate sometimes gets you. If I'd have gone over that a little faster, maybe not the issue, but because this one looks like it might have a rich blood supply, I'm going to kill it real quick before it gets ugly. And trust me, I hate doing that. This stuff sucks, but it works. So, at any rate, wipe the blade off, and we'll keep rolling here. Yeah, I bought that. So when I was probably, I want to say like 33, I started dealing with quite a bit of hair loss, like more hair loss than I have now. I was able to take some supplements and get some to regrow, but it was pretty nasty, so I started shaving my head. Well, I started nicking my head. I got this thing way back when, and there's still more than half of this left. And that was, like I said, it had to be 2014, maybe 13. I think it was the summer of 2014. Shit all over my hand. Okay. Chinny chin chin time. And you don't want to try switching hands too much going around your chin, because your non-dominant hand isn't going to have the angle technique down quite as much. But at the same time, you do have to know when to say when. I'm not going to try skipping this way with my left hand, you know, coming towards my right side. I'm not going to have any sort of control over it. So at that point, give way to the other hand. And just make sure you're being a little safer with it. Almost got a bloop going on here. It's probably just slightly underhydrated to the point where it won't bloop, but definitely hydrated enough that it's allowing the razor to glide over my skin. Alright, now for the mustachio. I'm gonna use the heel, which is right here, for just the edge work right around each side. Okay, now, for whatever reason, I do better holding this in my right hand and guiding with the left for this part. But I'm laying this perfectly flat to my face as I'm doing this, and I'm just kind of guiding my face to the blade. And with little or no weepers, I'm counting my blessings right there. And with that being said, I'm going to let you guys go for a few minutes. I'm going to take care of the across the grain pass off camera. We'll be back for the post shave in just a few minutes, so hang on. Okie dokie, we are back. So, like I said, I took care of the across the grain off camera. Most of the cold water stopped any of these. This was some of the irritation from the other day. I touched this up one more time with a styptic just to make sure that it wasn't going to be an issue. This is the one I nicked early on camera. The rest, I mean, real comfortable shave. PAA always has top-notch stuff. So, with that being said, throw on the Thayer's Witch Hazel. Always a nice pregame to the aftershave. Feels like I missed one spot there, but you know what? Oh welly well well. Who cares? So, hit up the unscented. There you go, just a little too much there, but we're gonna roll with it. Now, I've been doing this quite a bit. You know what? Yeah, I'm glad I still have my son's DE right here. I said I didn't care, but that's one spot where I know damn well that the mask is going to bite tonight at work. So, said it's not going to get under my skin. It got under my skin. So, alright, and so now we're to the awesome, isn't that cool? Douglas Smythe and his fun scents, if you will. I mean, there are some good serious ones too, but this one is another fun one, especially once you look at the label and everything else. So, PAA's aftershaves upside down, let it burp like such, back right side up. Always go for like 1.5, if you will. Yeah, this is a scent. I mean, obviously it's not going to be for everybody. I like it. I think it's a nice, clean, masculine scent. It's probably about 6, 7 off of the tub, and the cologne aftershave is obviously just a little bit more potent. They smell exactly the same. One just a little bit stronger than the other. But nobody's going to be repelled by this, I wouldn't say. I mean, it might not be up everyone's alley, but nobody's going to be just like, oh, that is nasty. So, at least I hope not. Lord knows I'm going to get some message. Yeah, I tried that Kearns and it sucked. No, it didn't. Any which way, I'm getting to work a little bit early tonight, so I'm gonna bounce. You guys have a good day, night, whenever. Keep your shaves clean, keep them wet. By the way, we went with PAA's Nectar. Good stuff, great stuff, awesome stuff. Just like this guy here. So, any which way, keep your shaves clean, keep them wet. Later, guys.